Alright, so good morning everyone. How you all doing? I hope you're doing good. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and of course we've got icon swaps. Now, I wasn't here last night, so I couldn't have possibly made a video as soon as icon swaps came out. But in hindsight, I'd probably say that's a good thing, because it's given me a chance to sort of have a good look at icon swaps, and so I can give a more detailed review on which of the icon swaps you should probably end up going with. You know, I've had a good 12 to 16 hours to sort of think about it and reflect on what is the best thing to take from icon swaps and the best combinations to take from the icon swaps grind. I know personally what I'm going to take, and I'll be telling you that shortly. But thank you guys for all the support on the channel. It's been nuts, man. We've literally gone up 300-400 subs over the last 4 days or whatever, and I can't thank you guys enough. I was going for 3.2k or 3.3k, and we're now at I don't even know, but I really do appreciate the support. The subs are going up like crazy. Just, I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are all insane. But you wouldn't have clicked on this video if all you wanted to hear was me being all soppy. So we're going to get all that out of the way, and we're going to get straight into the content of the video, which is, of course, I've had a few comments asking me to do this. Which icon swaps are the best value for your time? Which ones should you be taking? Even not the best value for your time, just which one's going to get you the best stuff realistically? What's going to get you a nice guarantee of where to get, you know what I mean? I don't know whether, how I'm going to sort of shape this, but I'm just going to go in order. I'm going to have a little discussion on each individual thing. So if you're maybe thinking about doing Nemanja Vidic, I'll talk a little bit about Vidic and tell you if it's worth it for you. Because, you know, for one guy out there, this Vidic could be the one thing that completes his squad, and that could be him sorted. And for another guy, this Vidic wouldn't even make his reserves. So it swings and roundabouts. It depends. It's different for each person, which is why I'm making this video more of a detailed explanation of what you should do. And after I've talked about them each individually, I'm going to sort of talk about the combos that you should probably go with. And then we'll come to the conclusion of what is the best icon swaps combination / deal that you can have. Anyways, kicking it off, we do have the 2 ultimate packs. And this is for 2 tokens, I believe. And again, this one, I will say, I'm not going to sit here and ramble about this one because it's pretty self-explanatory. 2 tokens, 2 ultimate packs. They're untradeable. You get what you get. You don't get upset, as a great man once said. Anyways, the 2 ultimate packs for 2 tokens. This one is one of the ones where it depends on the combination. It depends what your bigger prizes that you're going for are. I would say in terms of value, it's not bad if you're doing Team of the Year pack project. I wouldn't grind 2 tokens and get this for now. If you really do want to go for these ultimate packs, I'd recommend saving for Team of the Year, because you never know, right? One of those ultimate packs could contain a Team of the Year mbappe. Secondly, we do have the 85x5 pack, and I've seen some crazy ones on Twitter. I saw one where some guy got Freeze, Casemiro, Kante in the same pack. These are looking pretty tasty, and for only, I believe it's 3 tokens, I think, for me, this is almost a must get. Because you're getting, what you got to think, you're getting 5 minimum 85 players that you can use in future icon SBCs. And personally, for me, the biggest deal breaker on this is it's an 85 plus rare players 5 pack that you can save for Team of the Year. That's 5 chances you've got at a Team of the Year there. And as they're all 85, you've got a fairly okay chance, not a great chance of course, but you're trying to maximise your chance of getting that Team of the Year. So my personal opinion is I would say this one is 100% worth it. Save it for Team of the Year, you never know. And the same thing goes for the 83 Rare Players 25 pack. 100% if I were you guys, I would take this pack. 8 tokens for the 2 of these, you get 5 85 plus packs. 580 plus, 85 plus players in 1 pack, sorry. And this one you get 25 players over 83. And what this is going to do, this is going to allow you to complete a nice large amount of a top tier icon for free. I don't know, let's just say for example, Team of the Year rolls around and they have a mid Cruyff SBC for 3 million coins. This is going to get you a lot of the SBC done, which is fantastic considering this is going to cost you nothing. Essentially, you're getting yourself 30 players that are all going to be very high rated for SBCs. Those 2 out of the way, I think they're to a very good value. We move on to the Nemanja Vidic, and for 7 tokens, you can't really go wrong. I'm not going to sit here and say this is awful, but 6'3", medium high. You've got to think with that 6'3" height, he is going to feel a little bit clunky. I have heard people say that sort of on the ball, he's okay, because it is what it is. It's a centre back, but off the ball, his movement is very lethargic and slow. So there's a reason why he's 7 tokens. There's a reason why he's the only physical icon apart from the pack that you can actually get before January. I mean, if you really need a player and you need it snappy, maybe for next weekend league, you really need an upgraded centre back. Hey, take the Vidic, because he's going to last you through maybe till team of the season, really, depending on how good your team is. He's definitely just below that top tier of centre back. You whack a shadow on him and you're laughing, really. I mean, he's a really nice card, but would I personally go with him in icon swaps? Myself, probably not, because at the end of the day, you can go on the market and get this guy for probably 350, 400k in a couple of days, and then you can sell him once you're finished with him to upgrade to a better centre back eventually. So bear it in mind. If you really need a centre back now, I would probably go for this Vidic, but if you don't, it's definitely not worth it. This one is sort of one of them ones where it's completely up to you guys. So moving on to 8, we have the base icon pack, and funnily enough, this might be one of the ones I go for. I'm actually undecided yet. It depends what I'm going to do. I'll get onto that later though, or I may choose this pack, but again, we'll decide that later. So the base icon pack, it's pretty decent for 8 tokens. You can actually grind this right now. So what you could actually do right now is, if you're a pack fiend and you want yourself to get, you want to get some icons, you can grind these 8 tokens that are out at the moment in, a few days, maybe even a day, because a lot of people rage quit on the new icon swaps. You can get yourself a base icon pack tomorrow, the next day. You can open that. Look, the thing is, you could get a baby Eusebio, get a 4 million coin card, and you're sat there laughing and you've completed FIFA, really. Or you could get yourself a baby Nakata. It's up to you to take the risk. I'm not going to go and tell you to take a pack or take this or take that. That portion will be for the end of the video. But if you're a bit of a gambler and you want, a bit of fun, I would say the base icon pack for 8 tokens is probably worth it, because you've still got 10 tokens after that to play around with. So if you want a guaranteed decent icon, you can then go with Hadji after that or something, or Vidic. It's up to you. But I would say that it's a decent trade for 8 tokens. Anyway, 9 tokens, we've got a Hadji. Like I just said, he's a decent card. You get what you get with him, You're paying 9 tokens and you're getting a really nice cam, really good pace, nice shooting, actually, really nice passing, nice dribbling, and his stamina's a little bit low, but apart from that, he's got some decent traits, etc. 4-star, 4-star, isn't he? Yeah, 4-star, 4-star, medium low, which isn't the best. It's a really nice card, to be honest, and if you don't have them sort of Neymars and Mbappes yet, and you do want a nice little centre cam in a 4-2-3-1, or a cam in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow like I use, Hadji is really not a bad shout, to be honest, and I'd definitely consider going with him if that's your thing. But if your team's looking nice already, I probably would steer clear of Hadji. So number 10, or coming in at 10 tokens, I should say, we have a base or mid icon pack. Now this one is tasty, because there's a reason why this one's tasty. For 10 of these tokens, you can mix it with some of the packs from the start, and you can get yourself a base or mid icon pack. And the difference with this is, yeah, you might get a base, a base icon, and you could have just had a base icon pack for 2 tokens less. But that chance of a mid R9, a mid Cruyff, a mid Hullet, the difference in levels from the babies to the mid cards this year, or just every year, is insane. You get a base R9, cool. You got yourself a 1.5 million coin, 2 million coin card. You get yourself mid R9, you got a 10 million coin card. You get yourself base Hullet, it's a million coin card. You get yourself mid Hullet, 6 million coin card. So the mids are considerably better for the most part than the base cards like mid Vieira, 4 million coins. Baby Vieira is 1.5. There's a big price differentiation there. So this is a really nice one. I would probably consider taking this if you are, again, a little pack head, a little gambler. But Apart from that, steer clear if you want a guaranteed icon, but if you do want a pack, I'd say this is a fair sort of medium middle ground to take. On to 11, we do have Davor Suker. Now, I would steer clear of this card for a few reasons. One, he's 6 foot. If you like the clunky strikers, then I'd be sure to go for him. But me personally, I like a bit of agility in my strikers. I like a 5-star skiller, to be honest. So he's left-footed, which is an advantage because that catches a lot of people off guard. But you got to think, in a few months' time, is 86 pace for a striker really going to be cutting it? Probably not. And also, I think there's, his agility and balance aren't fantastic. His stamina's nice, and, it's a really nice card on paper. And I believe, he's got the outside of foot shot, which is also really nice. Nice composure, nice passing, nice shooting. But I think they've sort of thrown this one in because I know a lot of people will take this one because they see striker, they see the stats, and they're like, that's crazy. But you got to think, maybe you get him now and he's in your team for, a few weeks, a month, 2 months. But when Team of the Year rolls around and you want to be trying out some of the new bigger cards, and there might be a better card, a better striker in the second icon swaps, you're not going to want this Davor Suker and you're going to have wasted, 11 tokens or whatever on completing him. So that's sort of my opinions on Davor Suker. I would personally steer clear unless you really do want him. On to the mid-icon pack. And also, one thing I do want to say is, you may be wondering why I'm saying like Hadji's decent to go with if you want a player and Sukor's not. And that's purely because, for those extra 3 tokens or whatever that Davor Suker costs, that could get you quite a lot. That could get you the 85 plus 5 pack. So for the price of Davor Suker, you could get a Hadji, which is a guaranteed player who's nice, and then 585 pluses to put in SBC. So that's I'm taking into consideration the amount of tokens you have to put in, not just the card. So onto the mid icon pack. Now this again, one where I'd probably personally steer clear of because you've got your base or mid icon at 10. This is 12 tokens, you got to think. And if you get these 12 tokens for the mid-icon pack, it depends what you want to go with. You could go for the mid-icon pack and then the 83-25 pack. I think that is a good combo if you only want 2 of the rewards. But you could get a lot more if you went for like the base and base/mid pack. Now, the mid-icon, if you do want a shot at one of those, big icons, it's pretty decent. But if you want to make the absolute most out of what you're going to be getting, I would personally, again, probably steer clear of it. But this isn't a bad one for 12 tokens, but you got to think you can't get this until January. So the mid-icon pack, it's another one where I've obviously got to leave it up to you. There's only so much I can know about your clubs and how you run your ultimate team. So I'm just going to say, from my point of view, I would probably leave this out because you could get this mid-icon pack and then you've only got 6 tokens left to spare. So, it's up to you. For 13 tokens, we have a Ronald Koeman. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that this is the move and this is a good value player to get. And while you are right, and it's a really nice, centre-back, CDM, centre-mid, I'm seeing one thing here, and it's the 66 agility. And then you got to ask yourself that question, is he better than Varane? Is he better than Joe Gomez? Is he better than informed Kyle Walker? And I think the answer to that personally is no. He's not got the pace. He's not got that agility that those players have. And yeah, his card does look very appealing because, apart from the pace, it's Hullet Gang and they're all high 80s, 90 stats. It's a fantastic card on paper, but I just think it's not fantastic when you really do look at it. I would probably say this is thrown in as a bit of a red herring because I know a lot of people will complete that, and it's one of them cards that you'll get it, you could play him at centre back, but you could also get Joe Gomez for 40k. That's going to do the exact same job. And then you move into if you're playing him DM centre mid, then you've got to look to that 66, 72 agility and balance. So I would just say he's fantastic, but he's not quite fantastic. I'd say he's a bit below that. And obviously, if you're paying 13 tokens, you want someone that's going to be in your team for the remainder of, at least until team of the season, really. On to the main man, the Dutch warrior, Frankie Rijkaard. So, this is an interesting one. For 14 tokens, so you save yourself 4 to spare, which does allow you to get an extra pack or something. Frank Rijkaard, if you want a nice, solid DM, or, of course, centre-back, it's a nice one. Again, the problem with him is that 72 agility, 54 balance. Now, I would say if you're playing him centre-back, he's a bit better than Coman, obviously, because he does have that medium, and 4-star weak foot to pass it out at the back, as opposed to Coman's 3-star weak foot and high medium work rates. His attributes, again, so his defending is going to be fantastic, his physicals are fantastic, his dribbling's not great, but his composure is fantastic, his passing is brilliant. Obviously, you know the card, so I'm not going to go too far into the stats. This one, again, I just don't think it's worth it for the amount of tokens you put in. It's a great card, and if you really do need that CDM or centre-back, go for it. But again, he's not quite got the agility and balance. So, like, you could go for him, but at the same time, you could also get a Kante at DM, who's, like 300-400k, and he's levels ahead of this Rijkaard. But apart from that, if you're not too interested in the player itself and you haven't got that personal attachment, then I would not go for Rijkaard. Mid or prime icon pack. This one, I will personally just tell you outright, please do not go for this pack. You could grind nearly all of your tokens into this. You only have 3 to spare, and saying you don't get one, that means this is like the only thing you can get realistically, along with some ultimate packs. You could end up with a mid Nakata, you know what I mean? Yes, there is the chance for the prime in here, and I know I'm using different logic compared to the baby and / mid pack, but the value for that is 10 tokens. This one's 15, you know what I mean? This is 5 tokens more, and those 5 tokens are going to be the deal breakers as to what else you get with your icon swaps. I would say chucking all of your eggs into one basket with this pack isn't worth it. Consider if this was a prime icon pack, I'd be sat here saying do this pack 100% and get yourself 2 ultimate packs with it. But I'm not sat here saying that because that's not my opinion. I don't think you should be going for this pack. Maybe if you're a streamer, you're a YouTuber, you really want to do some nice content, maybe try and pack a prime icon, go for it. But if this pack came maybe before prime icons were added into packs, I would say it's a decent bet. But that's not how it works. Prime icons are in packs now, and they're going to be coming down in value. So this time in a month, you're going to be able to buy a lot of the prime icons for really cheap. Well, not really cheap, but cheaper than what they are now. And you're not even guaranteed to get that prime icon. Like I say, you could get prime R9, or you could get baby or mid Nakata. It's completely up to you whether you want to do that. Again, I'm not going to tell you what to do there, but I would personally steer clear. And the same, funnily enough, goes for this 89 mid icon pack. This, I'm telling you guys, is the scam. This is the scam, I promise you guys. I forget who it was. I believe it was Nick28T. So obviously go and check him out. You all know who Nick28T is. He brought up all of the 89 mid icons that you can get out of this pack. There are a lot of stinkers before you get to the good cards. I think there's about 20 poor cards, 20 cards under 500k. There's a lot of stinkers in this 89 mid icon pack. And you got to think as well, when you're, calling for an 89 mid icon, you're missing out on some of the big icons as well. Like, just one that springs to mind right now is the 88 mid icon Vieira. You're cutting out a 4 million coin card just by going for this pack. So, you know what I mean? Like, you could have gone for the mid icon packed, middle Vieira. You can't do it. You can't get him in this one. So, and it's 16 tokens, which means you can literally only get the ultimate packs after completing this. And for that reason, I'm going to tell you guys now, please do not do this pack. This is the one that EA put in to scam people. As well as the one after this, which I'll get into in a minute, don't you worry. But this is one of those ones that EA just put into because they want to scam you, essentially. You're not going to pack a mid R9, you're not going to pack a mid Cantona Zidane. You're going to pack a mid Lampard or something. Or I don't even know if you can actually get mid Lampard, but you know what I mean. You're going to pack a mid Schmeichel or a mid Fernando Hierro or something, where you could literally just get Vidic for 7 tokens, who's going to be better for you. So, the base icon player pick, again, yeah, you get a choice out of 3 icons, but they are base icons, and by the time you can get this, bear in mind, which is January, Team of the Year is going to be out, do you know what I mean? And base icons in January are going to start to become obsolete unless you get the likes of Eusebio, Even R9 at that point will start to deteriorate because it's base R9. He doesn't have the 5-star skills. He's a bit on that clunky side. Yeah, he's got the pace and everything. The base Hullet around Team of the Year time starts to become obsolete because he just doesn't have that flair that the mid and prime Hullets do. So there's not a lot of bases that are going to be usable for the rest of the year. There's obviously you got like the Eusebios, the Vieira's going to be usable. There's Zidane's, there's a Cantona, but realistically you're going to have 3 choices. You're going to get yourself a Van der Sar, a Paul Scholes, and a Deco. There's so many poor base icons. I wouldn't even say this pick's worth it personally. And on to the last one, we do have Thierry Henry. So again, I don't know if I did say stay away from this. Please stay away from these 2 packs. They reek. On to Thierry Henry. Again, if you're an Arsenal fan, complete it. If you're a Thierry Henry or a French national team fan, complete it. You've got one of your idols here, and the card is definitely usable. If you have no emotional attachment to this card, please don't put your icon swap tokens into it. It's an attacker with 63 balance, and I think he's only like 1 million coins on the market, 1.2 million coins. It's really not worth it. He's not a fantastic card this year with how the meta is. He's definitely usable, and is it like a left or right cam? I think it'd be really nice. But he's got 63 balance, he's got 88 agility, which is, he's got 83 stamina, so he's not really going to last you the full 90 minutes. You're going to have to sub him off in the 80th, 75th minute. Well, not necessarily, but you get the point. If you do get this Thierry Henry or the base icon pick, you cannot get anything else with it. I just think it's a poor trade-off, considering you could... If you're a grinder that's willing to get 18 swap tokens to get, or 17 swap tokens to get Thierry Henry, you're probably a grinder, you know what I mean? So the chances are you're going to have enough to buy Thierry Henry, and then you can sell him afterwards. And there's no way to tell if you like the card or not, because if you put your 17 tokens into this card, you use him for a weekend, and you're like, wait, my gold Rashford is actually better than this card. You're going to be stuck. You've put all your coins or all your tokens into this player, and you're completely stuck. And again, that's my personal opinion on that. I would say that I would rather have gold Rashford at my left cam / striker than this Thierry Henry. I think he'd do a better job, to be honest. So, and that brings us on to the second stage of this video, which is the combinations. Now, I'm going to tell you 2 good combinations that you can take here, and what I would personally go with. The first one being the one that I'm going to go for. I think this is the goated combination. Personally, this is what you guys should be going for. This gets you the most value for your icon swap tokens. You do need to get all 18, but you get a lot of rewards for what you get. So, starting off, you're going to want to get that base or mid icon pack. Now, what this does is it guarantees you an icon to put into SBCs if it's really bad. But you do also have that chance of getting a mid icon. And it's only 10 tokens. You know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. It's 10 tokens. You still got 8 left to play around with. I would take this. You could luck out. You could get a mid R9. You could get a mid Vieira. You could get a baby Zidane, a mid Zidane, a baby Vieira, a mid Vieira. You know what I mean? There's a lot of good cards in there. I don't know why I keep saying those same icons, but there's a lot of good cards in there. Yeah, you could get a stinker base, but you could also get a top tier meta mid icon. And it's 10 tokens. So I would do that. I'd take the gamble on that, and there's your sort of gambling side of things done. There's your icon. So you're walking away from icon swaps at least with an icon card. And then after that, you've got 8 tokens left, and conveniently enough, these 2 right here are a combination of 8 tokens. You get 5 85 plus players and 25 83 plus players for icon SBCs in the future that are going to be coming. And then finally, you've got the point to make saying that what I'm personally going to do is take these 2 right here, save them for Team of the Year, and you've got yourself a nice chance of packing a Team of the Year player out of these, and it's just another few packs to add to the Team of the Year pack project. Of course, this is the best deal to go with. Again, you get these 2 right here, so you get that chance of packing some insane cards and a base or mid icon pack. I think that is definitely the goated thing to do. You could sort of change it up a bit and get the 2 ultimate packs, and then these 2 for 10 tokens, I believe it is, and then go for the base icon pack for 8, or the Nemanja Vidic. Again, it's completely up to you. The final combination of players that you could go for, and this one is definitely decent as well, is that you can go for Vidic. You get a nice centre back that's going to last you probably through until FUT birthday Team of the Season time. and then you go for the rest of these packs on here for the Team of the Year pack project, and you've got a lot of stuff, a lot of potential to get things out of it. You got a lot of potential to get things out of these 3. That's personally what I'd do, but then again, that's just me. I'm going to leave you guys up to your opinions. What are you going to take? Please tell me in the comments down below. Thank you if you have watched this whole video. I know it's long, but you guys said you like the informative stuff. That's what I would go with in Icon Swaps again. Let me know what you're going to take. Thank you guys so much for watching. The support has been insane. I'll see you guys later in a bit.